What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, we have some more positive news to cover today. So a few days ago, earlier this week, Transformers 1 had an early screening, and there has been a lot of positive reception from this screening. They've been talking about how it's one of the greatest Transformers movies ever made. The story is great. People are saying it got a standing ovation at the end, which is a very, very good sign. Now, you could say these media outlets are being paid off by Paramount to write good reviews. That may be the case. But with Rise of the Beast, it was kind of a mixed reception. It was mostly positive, I'd say, but there was also a good number of people when they saw the early screenings that were like, okay, this movie isn't that great. You really don't get that vibe here with the early reception of Transformers 1, so I really don't think that's the case. Or maybe Paramount learned from what happened last year with Rise of the Beast, and they were like, okay, we gotta pay off all these media outlets and critics so they could all write raving reviews about this movie. I don't know. That's just me speculating and being a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist Transformers fan. I have no idea. So with that thought and sentiment in mind, I don't know how much I would 1000%, go out there and believe oh my god, people are loving Transformers 1, this is going to be the greatest Transformers movie ever. I would still be just a little bit skeptical because these movie studios have been known to do stuff like that with early showings and early reviews. Disney's a big one, so I don't know just yet, but this is still a good sign, I'd say. There were some fans that attended this event that posted on Reddit. I can't find the posts anymore. It was some Instagram stories I saw by TF Universe 16 and some other posts that I saw from earlier this week that I can't find anymore. But there were people posting on the Transformers subreddit who went to this event, and they were saying that there's a lot of good things within the story and the lore and how they handled the characters, and the overall writing and story of this film is very well done, and it'll make you very emotional for what happens to Optimus and Megatron by the end of the movie. The great divide, the Autobots and the Decepticons being created, the war starting, all that stuff. It would naturally, if done well, if written well, would make for a pretty sad and emotional story and probably ending as well. We don't know exactly, or at least I don't know, maybe there have been leaks online about how this movie ends, so we don't really know how the movie ends, but I'd assume it's, the Autobots and Decepticons being created, Optimus Prime being who he is by the end of the movie, and Megatron becoming the Megatron that we all know and love him for, peace through tyranny, that sort of thing. So the way that they get there, it seems like they explain it very well in a way that makes you feel for these characters, and it actually makes the tragedy of Megatron and Optimus Prime, their whole friendship and what happens to them, that leads to this civil war on Cybertron, basically. It makes you feel more for it than, say, in a cartoon or comic book that we've gotten in the past. So if this is all true, we're probably in for a real treat. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited for this movie, especially with what actual fans who attended this event are saying about the movie. This is definitely a good sign, I'd say, which kind of debunks what I was saying earlier, that Paramount may be paying off some of these critics and reviewers who went to this showing for Transformers 1, because there were regular people, regular fans who attended this event too, posting on Reddit, kind of, I wouldn't say anonymously, but kind of not really wanting it to be known that they're like talking about that they went to this showing, if you will. Like they're not trying to like reveal plot details because they signed, I think it was like an NDA these people signed for the early showing, not to reveal any story details about the film and leak things out, which makes sense. That's always done with these movies for early showings. But the point I'm trying to make is just the fact that regular people, fans who went to go see this movie are still giving it glowing reviews, and not just critics and movie reviewers online giving it amazing reviews, really shows that there probably is some truth to the quality that these critics and movie reviewers have been talking about with this movie from the early showing. So it gives me some hope. It gives me some more, I guess you could say, credence to what these critics and movie reviewers were saying about the film, how great it is, and of course the standing ovation. Because there have been early showings for bad movies in the past that have gotten standing ovations, great reviews and such. You know, the most recent example I can think of is The Flash. We heard the exact same sort of things about The Flash with its early screenings last year, and look at how that movie turned out once it came out to the general public. So, I don't know, there's always that thought in the back of my mind whenever we get these early reviews for a new Transformers movie, especially with the train wreck of The Last Night and the weirdness of Rise of the Beast. I wouldn't call Rise of the Beast a train wreck. It was just some weird things going on behind the scenes, and of course, weird end choices for the final version of the movie, obviously. And, you know, Age of Extinction as well. Basically, after Dark of the Moon. And there goes my cat messing with a bag in my room. That was the noise in the background. But what was I saying? Yeah, basically since Dark of the Moon, it's gotten me skeptical, or after Dark of the Moon, it's gotten me skeptical about early reviews, because Age of Extinction, when it first came out, I thought it was pretty good, and it was a bit of a breath of fresh air for the franchise, kind of. But over time, I like it less and less. Basically, we all know the dumpster fire of The Last Night. Bumblebee, I thought it was decent when it first came out, but over time, it's gotten a little stale and boring to me. And of course, Rise of the Beast, most recent movie, it's kind of mid. If you guys watched my review on that movie last year, I thought it was great. You know, an amazing Transformers movie, something we've been waiting for a long time. Still had its issues, blah, 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 all that stuff. But over the past year, my opinion has kind of changed on the movie. I still do think it's decent, but I still think they could have done a lot better, and they could have just done a story that's a lot more grounded, but still a few notches up from what we got with Bumblebee, you know? So, with all that said, I'm still a little skeptical on Transformers 1. Obviously, I'm very hopeful about the movie. I want it to be good, but with how Paramount has been handling Transformers the past 6, 7, 8 years, I don't know, man. We just gotta wait and see until this movie is out to the general public in a few months in September to really judge for ourselves as true Transformers fans, because we just don't really know for sure yet with these early reviews and early showings. So it is what it is. I just wanted to talk about it and put it out there that this early showing for Transformers 1 was very, very positive for the movie, getting a standing ovation, lots of great and positive reviews, and especially some positive reviews from actual Transformers fans and regular people who went to this early showing, which again is a really good sign. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what y'all think about the early reviews for Transformers 1 from this early showing. Do you think it's a good sign, or do you not think it's a good sign, and maybe there's something going on behind the scenes, like Paramount is paying these reviewers off to spread good news about this movie, or not? All my social medias are linked down below. My email is also linked down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to subscribe to my new Patreon link down below. It's got tons of exclusive content that you won't see here on YouTube or anywhere else, such as exclusive stop motions, Transformers photography. You guys get 1 week access before everybody else here on YouTube to my stop motion films. You guys get Discord access, exclusive music and music snippets from my stop motion films, behind the scenes of projects I'm working on, such as dioramas, videos, photography, and stop motions. So if you guys want to help support me and help support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!